There is actually one thing that is better than going no contact with a narcissist, and in this video I'm going to share what that is and how you can get it for yourself. If you've had a relationship with a narcissist, you've probably already come across the holy grail of moving on is to go no contact. We hear about this all the time from many different sources. But there's something that's actually more efficient in your healing than going no contact. And I'm going to be sharing that in this video. So hi, my name's Marie and welcome to the Revelation Station, where we talk and take action on healing from unhealthy relationships. So what is it that's better than going no contact? It's actually something I spoke about in a video I created, which was 6 steps to healing from narcissistic abuse. And it's going no contact is amazing. And this isn't to say you shouldn't go no contact. I am still recommending no contact. But on top of going no contact, what is really going to give you results in your healing is going no energy. So what is it to go no energy? When I think of no energy, I think of none of my energy or my focus going towards something I don't want or someone I don't think is good for me. And so that is what I mean by no energy. It's no focus on something that isn't serving you, in a nutshell. And so it's really about taking back your energy so that you have it for yourself and to use on yourself and on your life and on the things that you want for yourself. This is really what no contact is for and what it's all about. If we go no contact, but we are still completely focused on the narcissist, then we are still rapidly losing our energy. So there's that phrase where energy goes, where focus goes, energy flows. And so if your focus is on a narcissist, then your energy is being seeped out of you. You are losing energy so quickly, and you'll probably notice that you feel drained, anxious, depleted, fearful. You just don't feel good. You don't have your sparkle and your effervescence, if you will. But when you go no energy, this is when you actually get to reclaim those parts of yourself and start to feel like yourself again. It's super amazing. So how do you do this? How do you go no energy? Now, the first thing, which I talk about all the time, and that's because it works. It's, to me, in my personal experience with my clients, this is the miracle cure for going no energy, breaking the trauma bond. And that is energetic or psychic cord cutting. It's best to do this live. It's usually a 90-minute session. I offer this. Other narcissistic abuse recovery therapists may offer this too. And you take your energy and your focus off the narcissist. If you imagine, like, when we are born, we have an umbilical cord that attaches us to our mother. And obviously that is cut so that we can then live for ourselves and not be, completely attached to our mother, because it just wouldn't work, would it? And so when we bond with someone, particularly in a romantic relationship, it's a similar bond to the one we had in early childhood with our parent. Like, I know that sounds weird, but it just is like the strongest like bond that would mimic that. And so this energetic cord cutting is basically a kind of a ritual visualization of actually releasing that bond so that you can be free of that negative attachment. So the best option would be to do that live, because live is so much more powerful. However, you can look and source some audio recordings. I will have that as part of the Narc Detox course that I'm creating, but for the moment that's not available. When it is, I will leave the link in the description below. And if you were going to just listen to an audio recording, which you can look up on YouTube, either search psychic cord cutting, energetic cord cutting, either of those two, and listen to that every day for 30 days at least. It is going to take repetition, but it will be worth it. Also, can look at perhaps some other rituals that are around letting go. So some of these might sound a bit woo, but they really work. Whatever we set as an intention for ourselves is what we are moving towards and growing towards in our life. One way you can do this is to write a letter, because you may have some like things that are just unresolved from that relationship, thoughts, feelings, things that you never really got to express. And so if you write a letter to the narcissist, or just write out and just literally brain dump, journal out all of the associations that you have, the things that are coming up for you when you think about this person and when you think about moving on, so that you can actually move on. And then when you've written it all out, you can either take great delight in screwing that up, and that crunching sound where you screw up the paper and discard it, or you can light it on fire, obviously in a safe way, and just have it in mind that when that paper is destroyed, it's gone. You've let go of those things. And again, you can repeat that as many times as you want or need. Another thing you can do, again, intention-wise, is to light a candle and just set the intention that when that light goes, that you have let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of. And you can set the intention of what that is. And you can also cleanse your own body and energy, perhaps by bathing in salt water, or going into some water in nature, and again having that intention of just cleansing yourself. And another thing you can do is, it's called, like, it all sounds very woo, but forest bathing. So I find this because sometimes I feel depleted when I do psychic or energetic cord cutting sessions, and so I will go and stand with my feet in the grass, or I'll take a slow, gentle walk in nature, my feet in the sand or my feet in the grass. It just really helps to restore my energy levels. So all of these things are really going to help you to let go and then restore your energy, because you're not losing your energy by constantly focusing on them. This is the second way to go no energy with a narcissist, and this is thought switching. So it requires you to be really mindful and notice every time a thought comes up that is about the narcissist. And when that thought comes up, literally notice it and stop it and switch the thought to something else. You might, especially if you have decided why it is that you want to break contact, why you want to break the trauma bond and why you want to have no contact. Why is it important to you? And you've made that decision that this is going to be the best thing for your mental and emotional well-being and just your life in general. Then remind yourself of that reason why when you are doing this thought switching activity. So say the reason is you want the opportunity to have a healthy relationship. Every time a thought comes up of them, you can say to yourself, no, I'm not thinking about that. I'm moving on. I'm giving myself the best opportunity I can to have a healthy relationship in my future. That's just one example. There can be many, many different ways that many different reasons why you want to break the trauma bond, and many different thoughts that you can switch to as well. This exercise will require repetition, because obviously when it's normal, when you've had someone in your life and you've had a relationship with them, it's just so normal to then think about them when that relationship ends. And obviously when this person is a narcissist, then that can happen even more because of the trauma bond. So it's going to require repetition. Every single time a thought of them comes up is to tell yourself no and redirect your thoughts, redirect your attention, and tell yourself why you're doing this and what is good about doing this. What doing this is going to give you the opportunity to lead onto in your life in the future. So once you have decided why and decided that this is what you want, then be consistent with it and keep going. And like I said, be repetitive, just like I am now. Okay. So the third thing you can do to go no energy is to create change in your life. And there are so many ways that you can do this. It doesn't have to be big change or scary change. It actually can be that if you want it to be, or it can be just little things that you change, or a combination. So for example, actually, like as a hypnotherapist, when someone quits smoking through hypnotherapy, then we don't just want them to stop smoking. We also want them to replace the smoking with something, so that they don't feel like, well, what do I do with my hands? And what do I do with all that spare time? So like when you quit a narcissist, you obviously are going to have a void in your life. So what positive things can you put into your life that are going to be a replacement, not just, a replacement, but a better replacement. So these can be tasks that you do, different things that you do in your day. This could be new hobbies or old hobbies. It could be getting in contact with friends that you maybe lost contact or lost this, like as close a contact with them during the relationship you had with the narcissist. It can be any manner of ways that you are spending your time. And even if it's not necessarily a new hobby or a new thing you're doing, just changing the patterns that you have in your life can be so beneficial, because obviously the idea is to not be thinking about them and to have your freedom back. Here's some examples that I've used and others I know have used. Like, they will take a different route to work. They will go to a different grocery shop to do their shopping. They will change up their home environment, particularly if that's something that you shared with the narcissist. So even if this relationship was an online interaction, there might have been a place in your home that you associate with them. So just changing up that area, rearranging the furniture, and these can be small changes, or you might really make some big changes in your life, like decide to move, decide to change your job, decide that you want a little bit of a life overhaul and make those big changes. And this is a great time to do that. You can also cleanse your phone of reminders of them. So just either delete the photos that you have of them, or you can just put them somewhere separate, just somewhere where you're not going to have these constant reminders of this person, because that is what no energy is. It's, no focus on them. It's so that you can focus on other things, and in particular so you can focus on yourself. All of this creating change and replacing the time and focus that you had on them with other things is really going to help you to develop new neural pathways in your brain that are going to help you maintain that change and keep it going moving forwards. Another change I'll just add in here, well, a couple of other things. If you're listening to a song and it reminds you of them, change the song, change the radio station. Stop watching the TV shows that you used to watch together. Just create change. And this is temporary. Once you really are back into a state of ease and you're able to live your life free from them, then you can pick up these things again. But for the short term, cutting these things out, these reminders, are really going to help you to be no energy and stay no contact and be free of this toxic attachment. You may also choose to tell certain friends and family that you don't want to hear about them anymore, so that you can also, cleanse your environment in terms of the things that you hear about, and also the things that you see on social media. There are ways that we can control what notifications we get and also what we see. So looking at who you can silence, who you can minimize, so that you are able to just give yourself space. And with that space, you will feel better and you will move on from this. So that is 3 ways how to go no energy. I'll just do a recap. So the first is letting go. It's any kind of ritual that you can try that will help you with this, such as writing them a letter, lighting a candle, bathing yourself in water or getting out in nature, and listening to audio recording for psychic or energetic cord cutting, or even having a live session of that with a therapist, such as myself or anyone else. The second thing is thought switching. So to do this, you'll really want to know your reason why you wanted to break the trauma bond and be no contact in the first place. And so every time you see a reminder or you think something of them, you can tell yourself no and redirect your thoughts and attention and think something positive, something that you're moving towards instead. And then the third thing is to create change in small or large ways, depending on what suits you. Changing the radio, changing your home, changing how you spend your time, changing the things that you do in your day. All of these things will create a change and a forward momentum and new neural pathways, and really help you to move forward into your new life and into your new you. So I really hope that you found this helpful. I do have some exercises that are specific to breaking the trauma bond in my free workbook, which is Heal from Narcissistic Abuse and Become a Self-Empowered Healer. So definitely check that out at revelationtherapy.com. And if you want more support on healing from narcissistic relationships and breaking this trauma bond and reclaiming yourself once and for all, check out my program, which is a one-on-one coaching program called Narc Detox, where we help you to move on, reclaim yourself, break the trauma bond and feel better. And if you have any questions, do let me know. I am going to create a no contact playlist on this YouTube channel, so check out the playlist as well if you want more inspiration and encouragement and tips and hacks and tricks in order to really do this successfully, once and for all. For now, sending you so many wishes for you and your healing journey, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so that you're notified every time I upload a new weekly video. If you head on over to revelationtherapy.com, I've also created a few free resources for you to help you on your healing journey. There's currently a free workbook and a checklist, and I'm adding to those all the time. So be sure to check those out. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you have any questions at all, you can find me on most social media channels at Revelation Therapy. For now, sending you so many positivities to help you on your healing journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.